Xinjiang's government work report has described the region's socio-economic development in 2023 as a milestone with the best quality and efficiency. Why do you say that? And can you share some highlights of the region's development in the past year?
2023年是新疆发展史上具有里程碑意义的一年。
2023 was a milestone for Xinjiang as it saw the most effective and high-quality development in recent years. Here's some data. In 2023, Xinjiang's GDP grew by 6.8%. Total import and export trade increased by over 45%. And per capita disposable income for urban and rural residents increased by 5.6% and 8.4% respectively. The growth rates of major economic indicators ranked among the top in the country. There were many highlights in Xinjiang's development last year, and I will talk about a few of those. There was a historic breakthrough in grain production. Last year, Xinjiang's grain production increased by over 3 million tons, leading the nation in both the growth of grain planting area and yield, thereby making a positive contribution to ensuring national food security. Modern industrial development took a significant step forward. Xinjiang focused on building a modern industrial system called 8 industrial clusters, which contributed to over 90% of the total added value in the industrial sector in Xinjiang. For example, Xinjiang's production equivalent of oil and gas ranked first in the country for 3 consecutive years. Last year, the installed capacity of new energy grew by nearly 50%, with a utilization rate of 96%. Innovation-driven development created a new momentum for Xinjiang. The National Key Laboratory of Photovoltaic Materials and Batteries was approved for construction. Over 500 high-tech enterprises were established in Xinjiang last year. A development fund was built to cultivate and attract talent. We've reached a new level in building Xinjiang as the core area of the Belt and Road Initiative. We've stepped up cooperation with neighboring countries, especially the Central Asian countries. The Xinjiang Free Trade Zone was launched. The number of China-Europe freight trains transiting Xinjiang exceeded 14,000, accounting for more than half of the country's total. Last but not the least, we've achieved new progress in improving people's well-being. Over 70% of Xinjiang's fiscal expenditures were used for improving people's livelihood. We've established well-developed education, social security, healthcare, and social assistance systems. Government's commitments, including guaranteed housing, elderly and child care, and rural drinking water availability, were all completed as per schedule. The quality of life for urban and rural residents continued to improve, with an increasing sense of satisfaction, happiness, and security.
What new goals does Xinjiang have for 2024, and what will the region do to realize these goals?
2024年，我们将立足新的起点。
In 2024, we were focused on achieving high-quality development, striving for better economic and social development, and achieving greater progress. In terms of development targets for this year, we aim to achieve a GDP growth of around 6.5% and an increase of about 20% in total import and export trade. In agriculture, we aim to increase the grain planting area by 106,000 hectares and achieve a grain output increase of over 1 million tons. In industrial development, we will focus on our 8 industrial clusters and implement a series of major projects. For example, we will promote the construction of new energy power generation bases, accelerate the development of the textile and garment industry, and improve the capacity for processing grain and oil. We will accelerate the construction of 10 networks, meaning railway, highway, aviation, water conservancy, electricity, natural gas, business logistics, computing, underground pipe, and cross-border e-commerce networks. To improve the well-being of the people, we will strive to achieve an increase of over 460,000 new urban jobs. We will promote the establishment of 3 national-level and 4 autonomous region-level medical centers. we will improve the social assistance system and enhance the level of social security. The region has identified 10 projects for people's livelihood for 2024, covering areas such as community elderly care services, expansion of natural gas pipelines, and seismic safety housing projects in urban and rural areas, aimed at ensuring that people from all ethnic groups benefit from the development. In the process of China's modernization, Xinjiang will seize new opportunities. I believe that Xinjiang's development will undoubtedly be even better.
Xinjiang is the most convenient land road connecting China with Central Asia and Europe. Latest data shows that over 70,000 China-Europe freight trains have crossed the Horgoz and Alashanko ports. And last November, the Xinjiang Free Trade Zone was launched. All these have made Xinjiang an important gateway for China's westward opening up. So this year, how will Xinjiang further promote this opening up?
随着共建“一带一路”的深入推进，
Thanks to the Belt and Road Initiative, Xinjiang has transformed from a landlocked region into a frontier of opening up. Seizing opportunities, Xinjiang actively builds the Asia-Europe Golden Corridor and serves as a gateway for China's westward opening up. Firstly, we will build the Xinjiang Free Trade Zone with high standards. In November last year, the Xinjiang Free Trade Zone was launched, representing the highest degree of openness, the greatest autonomy in reform, and the strongest comprehensive functions among all the open platforms designated by the country for Xinjiang. This year, we will focus on opening towards Central, West, and South Asia in areas such as investment and trade, financial services, industrial development, and people-to-people exchanges. We will strive to build a high-standard and high-quality free trade zone with a good business environment, convenient investment and trade, and efficient and coordinated management. Secondly, we will expedite the construction of a comprehensive logistics hub connecting Europe and Asia. Xinjiang currently has 18 ports open to foreign countries. The freight volume through Xinjiang ports reached a historic high of nearly 750 million tons last year. This year, we will promote the modernization of ports and enhance the level of customs clearance facilitation. We will build Urumqi into a national logistics hub with both land and air transport capabilities, develop China-Kyrgyzstan-Uzbekistan multimodal transportation, and develop industries such as processing and manufacturing, commercial logistics, and cross-border e-commerce. We will establish a more efficient and smooth logistics network with neighboring countries, especially Central Asian countries. Since 2022, Xinjiang's foreign trade import and export scale has continuously surpassed $27 billion and $40 billion respectively. This year, it is expected to exceed $55 billion. Thirdly, we will strengthen international exchanges and cooperation. Last year, Xinjiang delegations had high-level meetings and economic and trade negotiations with Central Asian countries, Europe, Africa, Latin America, and the Middle East. Over 400 delegations from various countries, such as Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Pakistan, as well as some international organizations, visited Xinjiang. This year, we will further improve economic and trade cooperation with neighboring countries in fields such as industry, technology, and education. We will continuously optimize the foreign investment environment and attract more foreign enterprises to settle in Xinjiang. This year, we will hold the 8th China-Eurasia Expo, welcoming enterprises from both home and abroad.
Xinjiang is known for its beautiful landscape, colorful ethnic culture, delicious food and snacks and fruits. It's a popular tourist destination all year round. And I've been told that this year, Xinjiang aims to receive 300 million visits. So what will Xinjiang do to attract more tourists from both home and abroad?
新疆地域辽阔，山河壮美，文明荟萃。
Xinjiang, with its vast territory, magnificent landscapes, and diverse cultures, is an important region along the ancient Silk Road, where various ethnic groups live together. In 2023, Xinjiang welcomed 265 million visitors, hitting a total tourism revenue of over 40 billion US dollars. We will continue to implement the tourism-driven development strategy. Firstly, we will expedite the construction of tourist attractions. Xinjiang boasts unique natural landscapes. The region is also renowned for its historic relics, such as the Jiaohe ruins, Loulan ruins, Gaochang ruins, and Niya site. The well-connected roads, including the Duku Highway and Panlong Ancient Road, have become the best scenic routes for self-driving tours. We will focus on building world-class tourist destinations and establishing cultural and ethnic tourism destinations in southern Xinjiang. Secondly, we will diversify tourism formats. Xinjiang gets a lot of snow. During the Spring Festival holiday, 6 ski resorts in Xinjiang received nearly 200,000 visitors. Going skiing in Xinjiang has become a tourism trend. This year, we will further build Xinjiang into a world-class ice and snow tourism destination. We will continue to host events like the China Silk Road Rally and outdoor sports competitions, attracting more tourists to experience the charm of Xinjiang. Thirdly, we will promote the integrated development of culture and tourism. With a history spanning thousands of years, Xinjiang has profound cultural heritages. We will continue to protect these sites, such as Gaochang ruins, Kizil Thousand Buddha caves, and Subashi Buddhist temple ruins, and expedite the construction of national archaeological parks, as well as Xinjiang's Intangible Cultural Heritage Museum. Fourthly, we will further improve tourism services. Visitors to Xinjiang often leave with a deep impression of its beautiful landscapes and hospitable people. We value this and will strengthen the construction of tourism infrastructure, improve services, and ensure that tourists have a comfortable and joyful experience. Xinjiang is a nice place. We warmly welcome tourists from home and abroad to explore the beauty of Xinjiang.
Sitting here and talking about Xinjiang's economic and tourism development might look easy, but we understand that this is largely due to the effective counterterrorism efforts in the past few years. Xinjiang hasn't seen any terrorist attack for several consecutive years. How can you consolidate the hard-won achievements?
稳定是发展的前提和基础。
Stability is the premise and foundation of development. In recent years, Xinjiang has developed fast thanks to the security and stability of the society. Xinjiang has not experienced any terrorist incidents for over 7 consecutive years. In the next steps, we will comprehensively implement the rule of law and effectively coordinate development with security, openness, and stability. We must always prioritize maintaining social stability and precisely combat terrorist crimes. We will deepen the construction of legal systems in Xinjiang, accelerate local legislation in key areas, promote administrative governance based on the rule of law, and enhance the legal awareness of the public.
Southern Xinjiang's Kashgar was one of the sub-venues for this year's Spring Festival Gala, and the performance it staged was so wonderful that it immediately made headlines. Some overseas audiences say that this is quite different from what they read from Western media about Uyghur people's human rights situation in Xinjiang. So what's your take on this?
首先，感谢中央广播电视总台把2024年春晚分会场设在了新疆喀什。
Firstly, I'd like to express our gratitude to China Media Group for choosing Kashgar as one of the venues for the 2024 Spring Festival Gala. The 8-minute performance staged in Kashgar was much talked about among audiences. Many praised the confidence, openness, inclusiveness, and prosperity of beautiful Xinjiang. This vividly reflects the diverse ethnic communities enjoying their life and is a true portrayal of the human rights situation in Xinjiang. Accusations of human rights violations by Western countries and their media are groundless. It's a blatant interference in China's internal affairs, attempting to politicize the so-called Xinjiang issue to suppress China's development. Chinese people, including ethnic minorities in Xinjiang, resolutely oppose such moves. The happiness and well-being of the people are the most important human rights. Xinjiang has always attached great importance to safeguarding human rights, fully ensuring the rights to subsistence development, political participation, cultural expression, social participation, and religious belief of all ethnic groups. Xinjiang's human rights protection can be illustrated by various means. For instance, education is prioritized as a major livelihood project, with an annual investment exceeding $13 billion for the development of the education sector. In ethnic cultural protection, 94 items have been listed under National Cultural Heritage, while 315 items are on the regional list, such as the Uygur Mukam, the Epic of the Kyrgyz Manas, and the Epic of the Mongolian Junga. Additionally, in 2023, over 480,000 new urban jobs were created. People of all ethnic groups have free and decent work with continuously increasing incomes. Furthermore, on January the 23rd, a magnitude 7.1 earthquake struck Ush County in Aksu Prefecture. Despite having 200,000 and over 40,000 people respectively in Ush and Aheti counties, which are within 50 kilometers of the epicenter, the casualties were minimal. This can be attributed to Xinjiang's ongoing efforts over the past decade in implementing rural seismic safety and residence projects. Over 2 million earthquake-resistant houses based on an intensity scale of magnitude 8 have been built, and not a single one collapsed during the recent earthquake. All these are examples of Xinjiang's commitment to safeguarding human rights. The people of Xinjiang have the biggest say on matters of human rights. We hope those with biased perspectives can adopt a fair attitude and sincerely listen to the voices of the people in Xinjiang.
This year, for the first time, many foreign guests and journalists were invited to Xinjiang's Regional 2 sessions. And some articles said, and I quote, "Xinjiang will not avoid or cover up problems and is willing to open things up to the outside world." What signals are you trying to send?
释放的信号就是新疆发展的局面态势很好。
The signal conveyed by this move is that Xinjiang's development is in good shape. The momentum of high-quality development will only increase, and the door of Xinjiang will open wider. Currently, Xinjiang is facing new opportunities and is prepared to take new actions. We will vigorously promote technological innovation, accelerate the construction of a modern industrial system with Xinjiang characteristics, and consistently expand and deepen exchanges and cooperation with countries worldwide. In the process of China's modernization, we aim to build a beautiful Xinjiang that is united, harmonious, prosperous, civilized, secure, and ecologically sound. The future of Xinjiang is full of hope. We sincerely welcome friends from all over the world to visit Xinjiang, engage in extensive exchanges and cooperation in various fields, and work together to create a better future.